This is my movie review of the 2006 release Apocalypto, described as an American epic adventure film. Well, it's certainly got a lot of adventure in it. I'm not so sure that there's much to do with America in it, but of course it was co-produced, co-written and directed by Mel Gibson, the Australian actor. It was his follow-up to the Passion of the Christ movie. In regards to writing, joint writers Gibson and Farhad Safinia. The cast, I'm only going to describe a few of the cast. There's an awesome amount of people in this movie. The extras must have been thousands. So I'll try and focus on what I consider to be the lead roles. Rudy Youngblood plays Jaguar Paw. He is certainly the lead character in this. Dalia Hernandez played his wife, Seven, and his young son, Turtles Run, was played by Carlos Emilio Baez. His father, Flint Sky, was played by Morris Bird Yellowhead, and the leader of the tribe, the baddies in other words, that overran Jaguar's tribe, Raul Trujillo plays Zero Wolf, and his son, Cutrock, played by Ricardo Diaz Mendez. Okay, so apologies for the slowness here, but I do want to get a sense of accuracy. Now let's move on to the awards. Now it received a lot of awards for in things, for example, First American in the Arts, outstanding performances, and sort of what I would call specific awards, rather than the generic rewards that we're familiar with. And it also won a number of awards for the Imogen Foundation. But let's focus on the awards that we're familiar with, and regrettably it was passed by quite significantly by the Academy Awards, although it did receive 3 nominations for Best Makeup, Sound Editing and Sound Mixing. At the BAFTAs in the UK, it won the award for the best film not in an English language, and at the Golden Globes it also won, let's have a look at it, it won a Golden Globe for best foreign language film. So that completes the awards. Now let's get on to the movie. Mel Gibson's amazing, powerful action thriller that looks into the ancient Mayan empire that existed pre-16th century in the Central American areas of Guatemala, Costa Rica and Mexico. That's what Apocalypto is about. The film's set in 1502 in Yucatan in Mexico. The Mayan region at that time was in decline. They were trying to cope with crop failures and health epidemics, and their response to resolving this was through superstition, ritual offering to the gods perceived to be the sun. Gibson employed Native American and indigenous Mexican actors, and all the dialogue was in the ancient Mayan language. So we're able to get a glimpse into the unknown world, and Gibson did a lot of research to enable film sets, costume design, body paint, etc., to be accurate representations of the Mayan culture at that time. The depiction of human sacrifice was in the movie and was enhanced by many as saying it was more like the Aztec culture than Maya. But the savagery, blood, lust and ghoulish behaviour depicted, coupled with slavery and odd rituals such as drug-induced dancing, are regarded as accurate representations of the culture. So to the plot. The scenes were filmed mainly in the Mexican state of Veracruz. We meet a tribe about to hunt down a wild boar. We meet the lead character, Jaguar Pa, and his father and others. After the kill is complete, the members are rewarded by receiving body parts from the boar. And it also signals a very amusing scene when one of the tribe is given the raw balls of the boar as a gift to assist him in his problem with regard to procreation. This is greeted by the members with hysterical laughter, and of course this is a practical joke, and is certainly a refreshing beginning to the film. The tribe are then disturbed by another tribe passing through their land and are offered a peace offering to pass. This tribe says they've been decimated in battle. Later that night, this tribe attacks the village and kills many, including women. They capture the other men and women, and they leave the children to their own devices. Now, Jaguar Pa manages to get his wife and son lowered into a pit cave before being caught, and he, with others, then embark on a long journey to the Mayan city where human sacrifices to take place as a gift to the gods, the sun god. This notion of superstition, intellect locked with religious fanaticism, is a deadly cocktail that rings many bells in how primitive societies controlled their numbers and exerted political, economic and psychological control. Gibson's visual travelogue of the journey brings out the brutality, particularly from a character called Middle Eye, a lieutenant under the tribe leader Zen Wolf. As the party approach the Mayan city, we see the ravaged land, crop failures, the crop's maize, corpses decimated from a disease, and then a small girl verbalizes a curse on the tribe, suggesting that the Mayan culture is doomed. The city is a chaotic mix of barter and eccentric behaviour. The women are sold as slaves, and the men led forth to the Mayan step pyramid to be reached for sacrifice by the king and queen. It's spectacular. It's also graphic, as hypnotic, and is reflective of the work that Gibson had done to connect with you, the viewer. The set scenes are dramatic, to say the least, and very well researched. The last quarter deals with Jaguar Pa's freedom. First fry fate, avoiding the beheading when there's an eclipse, and this is seen to be a message from the sun god, and then subsequently his run for freedom whilst being used as target practice in a sport to cut down those trying to flee. He's then pursued into the jungle by Zero Wolf and his group, who are intent on killing everyone. In the jungle, of course, Jaguar Pa's knowledge of the terrain, use of poisoned darts, the help of a black jaguar, and some awesome bravery enables him to get to the pit cave as his wife gives birth to a newborn. The visual spectacle is awesome as the hunt unfolds, and we witness a really inspiring scene where Jaguar Pa has to dive down a huge waterfall to escape his chasers. It's breathtaking breathtaking, and was filmed at the Ilipancia Falls located in San Andreas. No computer-generated graphics here for business, for Gibson. He wanted real locations. The final scenes then, when Jaguar and his family flee to the shore and we view ships docked in the bay, and it's believed that these were Spanish and signalled the arrival of those Spanish conquistadors to the New World. So, this movie with subtitles is like nothing you've seen before. It's fast-paced, enables you not to stay too shocked at what you're seeing. It's easy to focus on the human depravity, but in contrast there are many touching human moments, particularly the early comedy scene. I saw it as a history lesson, and an image of human sacrifice ran side by side with the current wave of deaths we're experiencing from our global pandemic. The movie is certainly very graphic and not suitable for those under 16. The temple scenes are surreal, for sure, but an essential part of the history lesson. Watch this and watch it again. Do Gibson the service of recognising that it was one of his best movies in year, possibly the best, as a director.